Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So you can see, Aquarius, I'm back up in my space. So I had a good little vacation going around the house. Yeah, and I was kind of feeling, it's always like that. You leave, you get tired of a place. Like, I need a change. So then you go and do the change and think, I need to come back. So I did. Here I am. And we are going to start the week off with one of my favorite ones. We're going to do the mask you wear, the mask you hide behind. Now, the last time I did this, I had a whole bunch of different oracle cards. I'm making it very simple this time. I'm going with the ladies are coming out the L Key Oracle deck, She Who. So this feels like a much more sort of like using this deck with this question feels like a much more kind of intimate examination of you. So I'm going to use that. And I have just right here my teeny tiny Rider-Waite deck to go with it. So that's my plan. We'll see how that goes. I mean, you're the first one with this series, so I might change that a little bit, deviate from it as I go. So yeah, and let's see what we have here for you, Aquarius. It's the general reading, my friends, and because it's general, it may or may not resonate. And if it does resonate, there is an extended. You can find the link for that at the top of the description of this video. And little Miss Lily is here. You just can't see her. Not like when I'm on the couch, where you see her wandering around the house behind me. All right, Aquarius. Okay, who you really are, Aquarius. You are a divinator, future choice and judgment. I want to say that you are actually really, really good at kind of seeing your future. Now, one of the problems with this is people that have a capacity to see where their future will be, they do not always know how to initiate the steps to get there. Do you know what I'm saying? It's compared to someone who doesn't exactly know their future. They don't really see it. So they have to work harder to take all the steps to get there. So this is a really good, really good quality. And I feel like you guys probably, I always feel like Aquarius gets a lot of downloads. So you probably get a lot of downloads. You see things into your future. So that's who you really are. So what's the mask that you're hiding behind? She who resists, fearless, justified, and resistant. You look, so, okay, it actually looks like you're kind of resistant. Oh, I see how that works. Maybe you look resistant towards your future. People think you're resistant or you're resisting things all the time. So the mask that you hide behind is really kind of the part of you that people see the most. People see this the most, but it's something that you're hiding behind. And it's, again, it's almost like your future, but you see your future. I kind of feel like it's not sure about how to take the steps to get to that future. Well, let's see. So why are you hiding this about yourself? Hesitate, ponder, delay, and confidence. Yeah, it's almost like the steps to take to get to your future. I called it. I called it on that. So, okay, you're hiding yourself because you are not confident about how to get to the future. It's almost as if there could be something going on too, where most of the time you have a really good insight about where things are going for you, because you naturally have this capacity to see into your future, to have a good idea what that future may hold for you. But you're resistant, you're hesitant. I said hesitant. No, you are hesitant. So this is why you hide yourself, because you are hesitant. And confidence, ponder, delay, and confidence. Your confidence is not, well, that makes sense. Your confidence is not typically what it is for you for some reason. You feel is justified and resistant. I think people feel that you're probably justified in how you resist. You're fearless. You are really, you have something, you're really hiding something really well here. Because I would say you come off as being fairly confident. Quick to say, no, that's not for me. I'm going in the other direction. But yet, why you're hiding your true self? Because there is a lack of confidence here. It reminds me of when I take my little dog Lily for a walk. So every dog, mostly except Chihuahuas, are bigger than Lily. And so she puts on a big front. The sidewalk. Of course, it's only if the dog is, the person walking the other dog is on the road. And they're not, there's no way they're going to come into contact. She puts on a big, she's all tough. I got to pull her back. And the other big dog is looking at her like, what the hell is this dog's problem? It's a little bit like that. So how this affects your relationships. Stillness, purity, and quiet. Well, your relationships might be very quiet right now. You might be purifying relationships. It does feel like sort of creating a calmness after a storm or something like that within your relationships. I do feel like you're walking towards more pure, quiet, calm relationships as well. And the relationships around you are becoming that more so. The advice for you is hope. Aw, love, hope, and relationships. So to have hope, have hope. That's all you need to do. Isn't that the best kind of advice? You just have to have hope. That's all you have to have, Aquarius. The outcome, if you follow the advice, emerges enlightenment, mindfulness, and rising up. That seems all good. It seems all good. Of course, I can't see, like I'm not seeing deeply into your future. There's something here that's caused you to put up a mask that, you know, people think, oh, Aquarius is fearless. They're resistant to things. But really what's underneath everything is, I think, is you feel hesitant. You're pondering, you're delaying action because of your confidence. She who instigates is what you have at the bottom. Leadership, provocation, and power. You see, that feels more like kind of Aquarius energy. Just, yeah, not necessarily caring what other people think. I think that's still a part of you here. Yeah, let's see what the tarot says. So I want to say the mask that you wear, that you're hiding behind, is fearlessness. That you're justified in this. And perhaps maybe you are, or you were, but something's happened that you've got that on. You've kind of got a bit of a chip. You've got a bit of a chip on your shoulder, but that's because there's a confidence issue. You feel hesitant. And you're being advised to be hopeful. So let's look at this. Who you really are. Futura. The King of Wands and the Six of Wands. You are like who you really are. You're a very confident person in a very natural way. This just screams that kind of fiery Queen of Wands. And here you were. You pulled out the King of Wands and the Six of Wands. And I really feel like, too, that you can confidently lead yourself into success. You have a natural ability, an uncanny ability to do that. But there's sort of like, it almost feels like a bump in the road. Maybe it's a big bump. Maybe it's multiple bumps in the road. Because that's not what's coming out here in a big way for you with these cards. Okay, so this mask resists, fearless, justified, resistant, temperance. Wow, it's almost like there's a lot of stuff that's gone on. There's a lot of stuff going on within you that you have to alchemize. You have to come to terms with. Also feels as if the universe is saying, hey, you will not proceed and go forward until you've dealt with this or whatever this is. And it probably has something that's connected to your confidence, something that's happened here that shot your confidence down. So let's look at that. So why you hide your true self? Ponder, delay, and confident. You don't know what to expect. You have, yeah, you've been, this is almost like if you talk with your hands have been tied behind your back. And now you don't know how to communicate. Look at this. The High Priestess and the Three of Wands. This is what I'm saying. Like, who you are, you can totally see into your future. If you don't know exactly what it is, you know you're going in the right direction. I just need to go here and I need to do that. It's as if the universe is, it's almost like a test. Almost feels like a spiritual test of faith. This is a spiritual test of faith. That's what this is. Because you are not being allowed to see the way you typically would. You might be very high priestessy kind of people, but what is it there to expect? You don't know. And it's driving you nuts. It's knocked your confidence. I'm just smiling because it's kind of cute. It's just, it reminds me, I don't know, of so many different scenarios where, you know, somebody has a real natural ability to do something, and then all of a sudden the tables have been turned and you can't utilize that. So you need to figure out another way to move forward. And I don't know, is this how regular people function? Wow. Oh, yeah, this is like a spiritual test of faith. And it's almost as if you're being put into scenario or scenarios where this is how regular people function. So welcome to the real world. Spirit's a bitch, huh? Okay, how this affects your relationship. Stillness, purity, and quiet. This feels good, though. Let's see what the tarot tells us. Oh, wow. So much purity. Okay, the Ace of Swords. So clarity. I want to put clarity with that, too. And the Page of Pentacles. It just feels pure. It feels pure and innocent. Well, maybe there's something not so innocent associated with you being maybe a seer, you always having some sort of capacity to see your future. Yeah, because I feel like that could stop you from participating in life like a regular person. I don't know who you guys are. A lot of Aquarians I associate with starseed energy. So this is almost that feeling of, well, honey, you came to Earth. It's time to see what it's like to be an earthling. Most people do not have this capacity. They walk in darkness. They walk through the unknown every day. Wow. This is what it's going to be like for you for the rest of your life. Advice for you. Hope. Just have hope and faith. Know that you're not left behind by the universe. You are still part of the universe. You are still part of the cosmic equation. The Queen of Cups and the King of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. This does have this feeling like if you always feel connected to the universe, if you've always felt connected to divinity, to source, and source is love. It is the deepest expression. It is what all things are made of, where we have all come from, and being dislocated from this. Wow. Shit. Yeah, I think you guys have just, not just because it's happening now, so something's occurred for you to not be able to see how your future unfolds, to not be able to know what's going to happen today, tomorrow, or the next day. Outcome, if you follow the advice, you will emerge, you will be enlightened, you will have a new perspective, mindfulness and rising up. So there's a sense of purity here. I want to say also, for those of you that may not, because not all Aquarians are starseeds. Well, we're all starseeds, honestly, because I mean, we've all come from the seeds of stars. Stars explode, that makes the universe, and here we are. So, like some of you may have had lifetimes here on Earth, And you've been able to kind of, in each lifetime, strengthen your capacity to be a divinator, to be a seer, to just have a connection, to be able to read the signs. I really often, I feel like divination and intuition, a lot of that has to do with the information that you absorb throughout your day in everything around you, and then how that's in the head, how that goes in there and it works behind the scenes, and then you apply it and you see that information almost becomes available to you in an alchemized way, subconsciously. So there is, I think for some of you, very naturally being kind of like maybe witchy or warlock, feeling a deeper connection to more sort of pagan paths from the past. And there's a sense that perhaps maybe this divination, this seer energy may not have always been used for your higher good or the higher good of others. So it almost feels like you're purifying it. I think it goes beyond just some sort of test of faith. It feels like you're purifying that energy somehow. And that could be, you see, I think some of you are definitely is the test of faith. And, you know, you might just be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 lifetimes here on Earth. And really now you're stepping in to see what it feels like for most people. Others, though, that haven't, that can say like, yeah, I felt like I've lived many, many lives here. You're purifying this ability, this gift. So the outcome. I almost feel like I could do this reading layout every week with different cards. Just like fascinating different messages. The 5 of Swords and Justice. You are purifying something here. Wow, you are. You're purifying some things from the past. Look what you're purifying. The 3 of Swords. Heartbreak. Purifying wounds, bruises, pain from the past. This feels like it does go deeper than just maybe what's going on for you on the surface. That there's something deeper here. Something that reaches sort of further in. It's more like your soul's journey. I feel like that I'm reading on some element, as opposed to just you as a person. Because this seems pretty big energy. Like you are this incredible seer. You have a great capacity to, I've noticed more and more in the comments, I have more and more tarot readers coming in. I love that. I love reading other readers. It's so great because I just feel like a kinship. So I just see like, you have this capacity to lead yourself without, you know, to the King of Wands, like, don't fuck with me. I'm fine. I don't need your shit. I know exactly what I need to do. Like, you've got this. You've got it tenfold. But right now, the universe said, hey, we're going to purify something here for you. It's going to feel uncomfortable for a little bit. You're going to feel like you just got thrown into the darkness and left behind by what you've always known. But it's purifying it. So I feel like coming out on the other end of justice, it is going to be much better. So, very awesome reading, Aquarius. It may not feel so awesome, but it was interesting to go into. I'm going to go do the extended. And the extended is the same as what I've done with this series before. I'm going to ask how to improve your relationships, what would your deeper self tell you about the masks that you wear, and how to release your true potential. Thank you so much, Aqua Babies. Until next time, to be gentle with yourselves. Bye.